Yo, yo, nothing more, nothing less. I address BS like Ben's pressing. Get shit off of my chest. Say yes, I must confess. I seek the stress. Meek and oppressed, the weak and distress is a mess. All the propaganda's and scandals. Gotta wait out of here, gotta get handled. For years, making us think that we the vandals. You piggies, it's Cunninghams, word to random. Just know there's no sugar or splendor in my show. Nothing sweet about the agenda, let them know that watered down shit's not gonna rock. Give it to you straight up and down like 6 o'clock. Leave fires under you niggas and keep it hot. Stay on that blunt true shit in case you forgot. Any haters out there can suck their own cock, lick their own twat, or dig their own plot.
Yo, what it do, what it do? It's your boy Rozelle, and this is The Agenda. You know what it is. Where I talk about anything and everything. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, let's go. Today's topic is going to be indigenous people. Because I'm over it, man. Like, honestly, I'm just fed up, yo. You got these Indians, right? Or so-called Indians, pretendians, whatever you want to call it. You got these people saying that they're native to the lands, and they're the indigenous people, and you know they own all these fucking rights, and I call bullshit, straight up and down bullshit. And anybody out there who has Indian blood in them, or who's claimed to be a native Indian, and you feel like what I'm saying is gonna be bullshit, and you want to comment, you want to dispute, by all means, leave something for me to read, man. I'm definitely all about, you know, not conflict, but I'm definitely about, you know, saying communication. You know, maybe you might open my eyes and show me something different. But right now, I'm here to open your eyes. All right? And with that being said, let's get into the whole topic of indigenous Indians to the Americas. I want to start off by asking a question. If the planet was nothing but melanated people for thousands of years, this has been proven. Thousands of years, nothing but melanated people. If melanated people were scattered everywhere throughout this bitch, scattered everywhere for thousands of years, how in the fuck does that make you indigenous? Like, how the fuck is that person right there indigenous? Are you fucking serious? How the fuck are they indigenous? Are you fucking serious? How the fuck is he indigenous? He's damn near the same color that he is. Make that shit make sense. You know what I'm saying? Like, when I find pictures of the early Indians, they look like this. They're dark skinned. They're dark skinned. Earlier depictions of all Indians had them as being dark skinned. This right here in back of me, this here is called the emblem of America. So in the early days, you know, different states, different countries, different tribes, whatever, had different emblems to represent, you know, their land. You know what I'm saying? This was America's. Black lady with a bow and arrow and feathers all in her hair. What does that tell you? What does that tell you? I mean, it's obvious, bro. It's obvious that she does not look like neither one of them. You know what I'm saying? Or him. You know what I'm saying? But definitely not him. So what's going on? So what's going on is the question. See what it is that a lot of y'all, right? A lot of y'all choose to stick to the lies that were told to keep the original melanated man here in America down. See, what happened was when the Europeans came over here, they were greeted by, and this is in Christopher Columbus's words, dark-skinned Indians or savages. Is how I described them. Dark skin, like those seen in Africa. He didn't say they were light skinned. That wasn't his description. He didn't say they were red skinned. That was not his description. His description was dark skinned savages. He was met by dark skinned savages. And in the midst of everything going down, you had some Asians come down because they were migrating. They started to migrate. The Siberians, they started to migrate. The Eskimos, they started migrating. So all these people found America around the same time Christopher Columbus claimed that he found it, right? Only to get met by the dark-skinned savages. So what they needed to do, because they couldn't beat them by themselves, so they all rallied together. They all rallied together to take down and subdue the melanated man that was already here, the indigenous man to this area. They all joined forces to capture this one group of people. So now what happened was, after those people were captured and enslaved, the white man turned around on the Indians, or I'm sorry, on the Siberians and the Asians and the Eskimos who had came to help, and said, "Hey, we ain't sharing all this with y'all. Are you crazy? We're not sharing all this with y'all. So either you going to motherfucking take this little bit of land, call it a reservation, or what we do is we tell the blacks how you joined in to help us steal their land, and now you're claiming to be them, because we're not claiming to be them. You are. You know, the Siberians, the Asians, and the Eskimos who came down to help the pilgrims. You're claiming to be them. So what we'll do is we'll tell them that not only did you help us and trap these people, but then you stole their identity. The Siberians said, you know what? Hey, we'll take what you give us. We'll take what you give us and leave it at that. And that's why they got reservations, because that's all they can get from helping out the Caucasians. Take all this land from the indigenous man who roamed it. And then they claim, oh, we're indigenous. We're the true ones. No, motherfucker, what you are is a Siberian born here in America who have read and been told all the same lies that we were told to keep the lie going amongst the people. And that's why your elders is like, oh, our elders, they never tell us that. Of course not. You think your elders want you to know that they were in treaty with the white man to take the land from the black man and then to give you all a small piece? You think they want to tell you that? You think they want y'all to know the heinous atrocities they helped commit on the side of these motherfucking mayonnaise ass niggas? You think they want you to know that shit? Of course they don't. So they lie to you and tell you, oh no, little uh little sheep's paw and pecking wolf. No, what happened was it belonged to us, and the blacks were just slaves. Fuck out of here, man. Fuck out of here. And y'all believe that shit wholeheartedly. I don't know how many of y'all who's gonna see this podcast are actually on TikTok. Oh my god, it's a fucking circus on that bitch with these fucking $5 ass pretendians pretending to be us. Still to this day. Still to this day, pretending to be us. It's crazy. But I'm here to shine some light on it. And I said to myself, how do I explain to these dumbasses what really happened in layman's terms? And seeing that I'm a dog man, I've owned plenty of dogs in the past. I used to breed dogs. So I said, you know what? I'll use that as a segue to what I'm trying to explain. And what that is this. The American Pit Bull, right? The American Pit Bull comes from two dogs. Okay? Your British Bull Terrier, your English Bulldog. All right? You put those two together, let them fuck, Pit Bull. Okay? Now, 40, 50, 60 years later, there's different variations of the Pit Bull, right? There's blue noses, there's red noses, there's tricolors, there's bullies, there's pockets, there's XLs, right? All pit bulls. All pit bulls, right? Different variations years later because they migrated and they bred with this dog and bred with that dog and bred with that dog, right? So they're all pit bulls, and you can call them all a pit bull. Oh, that's a blue nose pit. Oh, that's a red nose pit. Oh, that was this and that was that. But they all have the title of being a pit bull, right? Correct. It still doesn't change the fucking fact that that dog originated from a British Bull Terrier and the English Bulldog. Now you can't say, "Oh, you're a British Bull Terrier anymore," because it's not. You can't say, "Oh, you're an English Bulldog anymore," because it's not. You can call a pit bull a pit bull. But you can't take the fact that a British Bull Terrier and an English Bulldog is what makes a fucking pit bull a pit bull. Just like a fucking Indian, so-called Indian, can't take the fucking fact away that melanated people who were raped and crossbred with the Pilgrims and the Siberians and Asians that they came across is what makes your today's day and age Indian. Yeah, you can call yourself Blackfoot. You can call yourself a Seminole. You can call yourself a Cherokee. You can call yourself any fucking tribe you want to call yourself. It doesn't change the fact of where you come from. So, if black people were here first, and then you niggas all came, and then you all started to copulate, right, and reproduce and have sex amongst each other, right? And then you said, "Hey, I'm gonna take my little group of people and move over here, and I'm gonna call us the the light feather tribe, the light feathers." Okay? Yes, you may be light feathers, and your great grandfather may have been a light feather Indian, right? But it doesn't fucking change the fact that his grandfather was a goddamn African American, a melanated man. Because you got to understand that melanated people walked the earth for thousands of years before the Caucasian man came about. And then you have to understand that all races that is not of this complexion is who they are because of the mixing of this with European blood. So the lighter you are, the more European you have in you. The darker you are, the more original man you have in you. And that's why they say, oh, well, black people only traveled so far inside of the slave trade. And we only went to certain places inside of the slave trade. Well, if that's the case, right? If that's the case, then explain to me, except for Snow White Caucasians, the original Caucasian who has no melanin whatsoever in them. Anybody else who has a dash of melanin in them, a dash, had to have that because their ancestors were melanated. Okay, now explain to me how and why, no matter what race you are, Dominicans, there's dark ass Dominicans. Portuguese, there's dark ass Portuguese people. I don't mean, oh, brand new Portuguese. I don't mean oh, my cousin was just born yesterday and he's dark. I mean oh, my great grandfather was dark as you. Yeah, you know why? Because that's who was originally the inhabitants of your land where you live at. Simple as that. Puerto Ricans, same fucking thing. dark, 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 dark in all races. Why is that? Because all races started off dark and got lighter and lighter due to how much that race bred with Europeans. That's the bottom line. So you can't slip here and tell me you're fucking indigenous to anywhere on this fucking planet if you're not my color or better. I'm not trying to hear that shit. I'm not trying to hear that. And if you have proof, please show me. Please come in my comments and say, hey, I have proof that even though my people weren't as dark as your people, we were here first and this, that, and the third. Prove it to me. Prove it to me. Because, like I said, that pit bull terrier comes from that British bull terrier, the English bulldog, and he'll never be able to escape that. I don't give a fuck how many pit bulls you breed. I don't give a fuck what they register as. Oh, this has Kobe bloodline. This has Gator bloodline. It doesn't change the fucking fact that it started from a British bull terrier and an English bulldog. Like, it doesn't change the fact that if you're a Seminole or Cherokee or any other so-called Indian tribe, you started from a melanated black man who was here first as the indigenous people. See, people they tend to forget or fail to realize that whenever you use that word indigenous, 99.9999% of the times, you're speaking of somebody who was melanated. There is no such thing as a white indigenous person or a Spanish indigenous person or a fucking a Native American indigenous. That shit sounds retarded. But hey, some people tend to, gravitate to what they tend to gravitate to. Now, if you want to gravitate towards nonsense and keep on gravitating towards that, then so be it. As long as I know the truth and I'm sitting here right now trying to show you the truth, I'm doing my job. I'm doing my job. And I can't do nothing more than that. You know what I'm saying? So, you got to ask yourself, why? What's the agenda behind the Indians thinking that they are the indigenous person? And the agenda behind that is, if we had known all these years that we were the indigenous people, that we were the ones who had our land stolen from us, things would have been a lot different. They know this. The casinos would have been ours. That monthly check they all get would have been ours. And then with that comes power. With power comes control. And they're scared that if we ever get the power and control that we deserve back, that all them motherfucking asses are on the goddamn barbecue grill and their asses getting lit the fuck up. That's what they fear. Is that's what's going to happen? Who knows? Would we as a race turn around and heinously abuse the Caucasian man the way he did us? I don't know. I can't say for sure that we would, I definitely can't say for sure that we wouldn't. But I can say in all certainty is that they're scared as fuck that we would. I've heard too many white people already say it. Oh, dude, man, if black people ever came in power, you got to fuck us up for what we did to y'all. And that's their biggest fear. That what we're going to do back to them. Karma. They are scared as fuck. And that's why they hold so tightly on to the lies out of fear. Now, I said it before and I'll say it again. This is not a racist podcast, but it definitely is a pro-black one. And with that being said, black people, do some research, man. Realize who you are and where you come from and what's owed to us so we can get this shit cracking and take back what's originally ours. That's what we need to do. And anybody got any plans on how to do that, talk to me. I'll listen. You know what I'm saying? Because enough's enough. I know I'm tired of it. I don't know how you feel, America, but I'm tired, man. I think that we need to step it up as a people and really take back what belongs to us. And if it has to be by force, then so be it. I'd rather them just say, hey, the gig's up. You caught us with our pants down. Here's what we owe you. But they never will, though. They never will. And that's the sad reality of it all. That they're never going to say, hey, this is what we owe you. You caught us. You got us. Can we all just get along? Because until that day, I'm out this bitch spreading the truth, spreading my word, whether it be factual or not. I'm going to spread what I believe to be the truth. And then I got to have people like you fact check me and then get on my live. I mean, get on my comments and comment something. And then, you know, if you got nothing to say, I'll put you on with me and we can just go toe to toe. I don't care who it is. I'm here to debate with anybody and everybody, whether it be a positive debate or a negative one. I don't give a flying fuck because if it ain't the agenda, I don't give a fuck about it. Facts. And in this day and age, everything has a hidden agenda. You just gotta open your eyes, guys, and see it for what it is. And with that being said, Joe, I'm your boy Rozelle. This is the agenda, and you know what it is. I'm gone.
Hey, yo, you already know what it is. It's your boy Rozelle, and you just listen to The Agenda. Do me a favor, like, subscribe, share, and comment. And I'm out.